at Cleveland's starting group. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Mozgov in at the center. And for the Kings, Gay and Landry are the forward pair. Then McLemore is out there with Collison, and it's Hollins in at the 3, at the 5, down low. So Sacramento will get the first possession. Inside, that falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Hollins has got the game going with his first points of the game for Sacramento.
Darren Collison could be the fastest player in the NBA with the ball in his hands. Westbrook, Parker, obviously in the conversation as well. But boy, Collison, the son of 2 track stars, he is just explosive.
Here's McLemore. And here's Collison. Landry with a screen for Collison. Now the dish to McLemore. Drains the three-pointer. And Collison loves to use his quickness at both ends. A blur in transition, Clark, and defensively, he'll hound you for the full 94 feet.
Well, again, we've talked about this before, Kevin. You've got to play to your strengths. He's a little undersized, but as they say, speed kills, and he looks to make the most of his speed.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Hollins. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, coaches love him because of the hustle he's continually showing out on the floor. And I think where you really see it most is on the offensive board.
And something else you can't forget about is his shot blocking, Steve. I mean, he's an intimidator down low.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with George Karl for just a few moments. The one player on his mind in this matchup, Kevin Love. And it's not for his scoring ability, but for the harm he can do to a team on the backboards. You saw what he can do to teams if he goes unchecked, Coach said. We don't want to let him get up and get over 20 or 30 rebounds on us. And to do that, we got to check him out each time a shot goes up. Guys, easier said than done.
Thank you,
Kind of performance, and the other team's building.
Option for them anytime they need it.
LeBron kicks to Love. Shot's good.
They're off and running. Good.
Second shot opportunity. And again, it's Sacramento converting. Last outing for Sacramento, they won. Collison with it. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Gay drives in. That falls. Great assist.
Maybe they could exploit another team that struggled last year, but in this case, didn't work out. They lost both matchups.
Good. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
And we still aren't halfway.
Losing both games, and the expectations haven't been a whole lot higher this season.
You know, from my standpoint, I do think.
Now here's Collison. And that one's good. McLemore, no good.
I tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot off.
Here's Irving. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson comes in for Mozgov. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Both free throws good from the grind of the NBA season wears on. But what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look.
Got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one.
Irving kicks to Smith. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
They've worked.
Back to Gay. Pass to Caspi from past the arc. And that one's good. Caspi's got by Kyrie Irving. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Thompson throws it down.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started.
Back to Miller. Pass to Stauskas. Pocket 6. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Stauskas has got his first 3 points of the game. Here is Perkins. Dishes to Thompson. And off the glass, that one's...
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing...
From deep. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers lead by 13. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far to the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
The Cavaliers leading by 13. They've got Andre Miller. Stauskas is out there with Derek Williams. Then it's Jeff Ayers. That's the 5 out there for the game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving, the #1 pick overall back in 2011, a player who promised himself he'd play in the NBA when he was just in the 4th grade. He said that came from his father. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's all my dad preached. He'd always tell me, Kyrie, you could be this, you could be that. My dad had more belief in me than I had in myself. Gentlemen.
You know, it helps having people boosting you up, Doris. Thanks. Marion. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that 4 to shoot. Fires from the wing. They get it again. That's good. Collins has got 6 points.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, it is.
And Shumpert, fantastic athlete. Great quickness and leading ability.
Yeah, he's rebounded very well from his ACL injury, and he's got a nice handle to go along with good passing ability.
Screen on Irving. The pass to Stauskas. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Stauskas has got a lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands.
Oh, anybody picked them to make this kind of noise from the beginning of the year. They've had a phenomenal run.
And Shumpert kicks to Mozgov. And he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 13.
Ability to attack because you can see double teaming even before he's gotten the ball.
Up the mark by Sacramento.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Well, now they're just going to town on him.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that.
And Shumpert kicks to Mozgov. Jones buries the long-range jumper. Jones has got 5.
Good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
The shot's good from Love.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
The drive by Gay. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll team to the inside. James. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. LeBron's in the NBA on your screen right now. These are the assist leaders at that position in the past month. LeBron James third.
Bound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
He's covered by Gay from the arc. And the shot is good. Miller's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by LeBron. And stolen by Gay. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cavaliers ahead, running away with this one. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Shumpert. He has 18 points. He's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, the 2 stars.
From him. He's been passing up his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones he takes. He's got to be more aggressive.
That is good.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Irving dishes to Love. Shumpert tried to answer back, but that Love outside. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 11 points for Kevin Love.
The D with very little pressure on
field goal percentage, and his three-point field goal accuracy has been really impressive. He's ranked in the top 15.
And Steve, we really can't gloss over his ranking as the top scorer in the NBA. I mean, he's the one guy you don't want to see coming out of the opposing line.
McLemore dishes to Landry. Gay outside. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Gay's got 22.
Well, for one, he hasn't let him down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Outside Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's 15 points for Kyrie Irving.
He is feeling
14 feet away. He squares up and sinks it. Dishes it to Landry. That's good. Landry's got... Now here's Gay. Defense is right there. And he gets it to go from the high post. Beyond the arc. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Love. Fitters leading by 23. It's LeBron with the drive. That makes it off the glass.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
Cleveland's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Well, we've got a second, so we'll bring up a list of shooting guards that have been red hot at the free throw line over the past month. 5th best, Ben McLemore.
Well, we've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters.
McLemore, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. Oh, man, what a play.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus.
James.
Right side, Irving. And there's another one for the Cavaliers. You know, get it to go. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for...
Back to Collison. Wide open look. And that one's good. Collison's got 10 of 5 away from home. Stauskas, the pass to Gay. Number 25. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Marion. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving for 3. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers on top, just dominating this one. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And it's the Kings with the ball. They've got Derek Williams. Stauskas is out there with Andre Miller. Then there's Caspi, and it's Ayers in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Nice work there coming off the screen. Miller kicks to Caspi. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, the old days of...
And here is Marion. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. A different look now for Cleveland. Kendrick Perkins. He's checked in for Haywood. Love comes in for Mike Miller. And it's LeBron in for James Jones. And Sean Marion, no good on that one.
Shawn Marion, with 15 years in the NBA, a very good 15 years, basically talked about retiring even though he was still playing well at the conclusion of last season. Although I guess...
Marion outside, puts up a three, and he gets it to go. That's good. LeBron's got 13 points here in the second half.
Yeah, well, he can't walk, and his game certainly could still walk and talk. An excellent defender, an energy player, a stat sheet stuffer. Quite pleased that he hasn't decided to hang him up yet.
Kevin Love, an incredible rebounder. It seems, Steve, he's brought that same desire and tenacity to his overall development as a player.
Yeah, his commitment to his conditioning has been big. His development with his three-point shooting, constantly working on his game, and he's become one of the big stars in this league by putting in the time and effort.
Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Cleveland. Rudy Gay hits them both.
And you talk about that internal drive, and there's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Hits, count that one from Stauskas.
Got to make a defensive adjustment.
As the Western Conference has ruled the roost, winning interconference matchups in 14 out of the last 15 seasons. To Steve, here's Thompson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, one of the reasons I like Jason Thompson is he's not afraid to be physical.
Goff, he's checked in for Perkins. Love comes in for Brendan Haywood. LeBron, he's checked.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Gay dishes to Hollins, and there are the Kings with another bucket. They're on a 13-5 run here. McLemore, the pass to Leonard. Bust up. LeBron's got 7 rebounds in the game. Irving dishes to Mozgov, looking to end the drought, and LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Mozgov. And that's now
Wonder is up tight on him like that time.
And finished off by Shumpert. Here's McLemore. That falls. Great. Here's McLemore. Guarded by Shumpert. And he gets it to go. 35 points for Rudy Gay.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Outside Irving. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep LeBron. Count that one. And the Cavaliers lead by 20.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
Simply need to just stay the course, Kevin. That's it.
It's been a good course so far.
Yep.
Now Smith. The three. Off on that one. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.